Quickmill coffee machines. We have a Quickmill Pegaso here. Quickmill make quite a few different coffee machines, and this one is the Pegaso. And we picked this up and it doesn't work. It's faulty. So we are going to have a video today about how we go through this and try and find out what's wrong with it. So don't actually know what's wrong with it other than the last person said to me that it doesn't let the water come through and it potentially needs a Thermoblock. Now, if you put these coffee machines into a service dealer, they can cost you an awful lot of money. So we're going to go through today about how we're going to check and find out what's wrong with this machine and also service and fix this machine up. Okay, so stick with this video, and at the end of the video there'll be some links to some other Quickmill videos I've done replacing the pump and generally servicing. So first things first, it came with the two of these feet here were off. So the first thing to do is I've given it a quick clean. I don't like working on a dirty machine, and then I'm going to attach these feet. These look like they come off easily. So what I've already done is I've got some 3M tape, double-sided tape, and I've stuck that piece of that on there, and I'll peel it off and then stick it underneath. And the other one I'm going to do with super glue. So I'm going to put some super glue on that one, stick that up, and we'll see which one lasts longest. Okay, so first of all, let me do that, and I'll be back it over. We've got the thing, we've cleaned that with a bit of cellulose thinners. And that's the knob there with the tape on it, which I've pulled off. So we'll just put that, I believe it just goes there, like that. So we'll stick that in there like that one. Now I won't use super glue on the other one because it might be a slightly different size because that had the tape on it. So I'm going to put the tape on this one as well. And we'll stick it on there. Put those two there and now stand that back. This machine's all good, all level, feet are good. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll plug this in. We'll plug it in. All right, now I've got these Siebträger in German, but I've got those included with it. So we've got that. Now, first of all, let's turn it on. Oh, we've got power. That's really good. And this light comes out, goes out when it's warm. So if that goes out, presumably, that's telling me that it's getting warm. So another thing is just, it's good to turn that on and leave it. See if this element here gets hot. Grinder, I need to go and get myself a little cup. So let me get straight back and I'll get I'll put some beans in it. I'll put that there. Let's just see if we get anything from the grinder. Yeah, it works. So let me just set it to already short setting. Let's try a short one. Ascertain that the grinder works, and when you do that, it changes the time. So that all works. That works. So now what we need to do, that light's gone off, and if I put my hand up to there, look, and I hold that there under the plate, that is warm. So the heater element is apparently working. So what we should probably do now is put some water in it. Let's just turn it on. So that means the pump is working. So now let's put some water in it. So it's looking rather good at the moment. So we'll take this out. This has been in someone's basement for a while. So I'll put some water in this and we'll see how we get water in there. Do like that. And that's on. This is warm. That's really, really hot. So I'm going to get myself a little cup. Okay, that's in. Got that just under there. So we'll turn it on. Oh, that makes a racket, doesn't it? Oh no, it was empty. Oh look. Ah, look at that. Something's blocked. So look. This is a problem. This is what she said, nothing's coming out. So that's up to full pressure. And then you've got to see that there's nothing in there. Alright, the plot thickens. Okay, so let's take off the top. And we'll have a look. Phillips says screwdriver. You got a screw and then one in each corner there. So you've got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to take those out, and that allows us to take this top off. Those 3 screws are in there. This allows this to come off. There we are. Put that aside. Now what you need to do is make sure it's not plugged in now. You don't want to get yourself electric shock. And let's have a look in here in a bit more detail. Another test that we can do. We put this out here, and we'll turn this on. Now that's really hot. So that's trying to pump. See, look, this is trying to pump. Now I don't see any water in there at all. And actually, if you look there, that's actually quite grimy. So I'm going to take that out and clean it anyway. But that's not got any water. So it might even be something so crazy as this pump. So we're assuming that this pressurizes up. Something's blocked somewhere, isn't it? So what I think I'm going to do is disconnect this here and just check to see if I get water coming out of the pump. Let's turn that off then. So when we do this, look. Oh yeah, maybe there is water in there. I'm going to clean this pipe. So I've taken the power out the back of the thing, and we're going to just put a screwdriver in there gently and push that pipe off there, and then we can pull it out a little bit. I've pulled that pipe out there. I'm going to go and clean that into the hot water tap. Get all that, there's like calc and crap in there. So we'll clean all that out now. Well, that's all nice and clean. I ran some boiling water to that. So now what we're going to do is put that back down through that hole, which might be a little bit tricky, which is why you see there's a little bit of a point on there to get that back in that hole. So let me just jiggle around and try and get that through. So it's a little bit fiddly. That's why I put a screwdriver up through the hole under there, just so that I can locate it, pushed it down. It wasn't too bad. So now what we can do is put this back on here. So what I'll do is I'll connect that back up onto there. And put that on, 2 hands for that. Right, that's in there nicely. There you are. I'm putting that back on with a bit of water in there. Let's just check that's actually, yeah, that's actually in the water. Now, quite conveniently, look, we've got a little air bubble. You see that little air bubble there? So that's definitely full of liquid. And we can watch what happens when we turn that on. So I'm going to plug that on. Plug the power in. The power's on. Machine's on. Let's push this and see what happens. Can you see that air bubble? Yep. So basically, this is working. You've got water coming out of there. So basically, by the looks of it, there's pressure's going in there. It's coming in there. It's coming through to this T, and it's obviously going along that because that goes to your gauge here. You get 16 mils. So it's obviously not going through this way, through that, which is why. Neither does it come through when you turn the coffee on, or you just put the steam on. So that is looking to say that it's blocked in here. So this is indeed probably the thermo head here. So we need to change that head. So I'm going to look to change that head in a minute. So that's the next problem. Oh, did you see that? There's a bit of a spark there. Right, so we've done some tests here. So I'm just going to talk you through what I've done. I know there's water going in there. I know that. I know there's water coming out of the end of here because it's coming along that line here and operating the gauge. So if there's going to be a blockage, it's going to be here, or it's going to be in the thermoblock, or it's going to be in this valve here. So what we did is we undid this one here loosely with, just loosened it a little bit with the spanner, put some cloth around there, ran it for a second, and water started squirting out on here. And of course that didn't move at all, so that you know the blockage is not in there. So I tightened that back up again. And I then loosened it here on this one. Now the way you do that bracket, you need to put the spanner on there to hold it on that bracket so you don't bend the bracket. And then we removed that, or didn't remove the nut, just loosened it a little bit, turned it on, and no water came out of that. So therefore, you know, no water's getting to there. So therefore, water's there, and it's not there. So therefore, it's getting blocked in here. So we need to take out this thermoblock. So right now, this video is going to show you how to take out that thermoblock. So first of all, we're going to undo that one there, which we've done. Then I'll do the same on that one there. So put one spanner on that nut and one spanner on there and undo that. So let me undo that. Right, that's undone now, so that's loose. Okay, there's some sealer there. Right, so now what we need to do, so this is this gauge here. So we got a choice. I don't know whether that's going to be in the way because we just need to undo these. There's 4 bolts here, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 that connect that. So what we can do is, we've got a video here, so we can take these out. These are thermostats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fairly self-explanatory, but we've got that on the video anyway. All right, so then we need to, do we actually need to move this or not? Maybe we can just bend that up, probably. Right, I'm going to undo these four Phillips heads here on each corner. And let me do that. Also, look, if you look down there, there's a Phillips there. I'm going to undo that Phillips so I can get this cable off as well. I just loosened that a little bit, and then you can flip that out from underneath it. So that's out, like that. And then I'll do those 4 in there. Oh, there's a earth here, look. Let's undo that earth. Make sure, of course, that you've disconnected power supply. You don't want to be getting a shock. Ow, that's hot because the thermos. In fact, that thermos is quite hot. That thermoblock is hot, so I'm just going to undo those the 4 things and just leave it for an hour to cool down. Right, under here, look, you see you got, do you see there, you've got those 2 plugs there that need to come off. 2 plugs on this side down there, right at the bottom. So I'll undo these 4 here, maybe that'll come loose, and then it's easier. But I can take these 2 off dead easy because they're here. 1, and then I'll take the other one off. Note to self, this blue cable goes here, double one goes there, black one goes there, and then the other end goes down the bottom there onto this joint here. Okay, we've got all those undone. And we can now pull this out, and you've got a blue and a white which goes to this second terminal here. So we're just going to try and get them off, and then we can take the thermoblock out. So the thermoblock is out. The thermoblock is here now. So these are, I think these unscrew actually, but it works from a temperature point of view. So I think it's just obviously blocked. In which case we just need to run some, maybe some, what I'm going to do is soak that in Kalk and see what happens. Okay, let's do that overnight. Okay, it's the next day. This was completely blocked, if you remember. So I put some boiling water with some vinegar in it and soaked it in that overnight, and it didn't really do much. So I still couldn't blow through there and out there. But the good news is I have been able to unblock this. And then what we can do is a proper decalc when it's reassembled. So what I did actually was here. Now, these will block up around here and here where they get really hot. So they don't normally block up in this section and this section. So what I did was I got some, I'll put a link to this in the description, but I got this really strong descaler, and I got a syringe and I injected it down there and down there, and then I did leave that overnight. And then what I did actually, I found I could use the needle tip, and I went down there, and at first I used to go back to there, and then I was spinning that around, and I got deeper and deeper and deeper, and until eventually I managed to unblock it. So now I can blow through there and there. I used my compressor and just like blew through there, and it blew all this stuff out. So now what we can do is I can blow through there easily. If I put my mouth on there, I can blow through this. So what we can do is now reassemble this, and then we can use some descaler in the water, and hopefully that'll sort the problem out for once and for all. So yeah, really good. Recommend that. Just get yourself a hypodermic needle, pop it down there, and because it's got a sharp end, you can actually cut through all the calc. So what it was just basically calc, lime scale at the bottom, stuck around about there. Or if you've got like a long drill bit or something like that, you can use that. Okay, so that is how you unblock your thermoblock. So now let's go and put this back. All right, we've got that in there. You sort of tuck it up under there. Now I've got it at that angle so that I can get those the two little cables that at the bottom there, so that I can connect it up onto. Let me go get a screwdriver. So I'll get this, a syringe, yeah, so that I can connect it up onto those two flanges there. So the cables are there. Just there. So let me pull those in and pop those on there. I'll put those two on there. On the bottom there you can see this blue one here, blue and the white, and I've just put the white on one side over there because it needs the other blue that goes over the top. So now what I can do is we're going to put that back in its place and start bolting it up. Okay, those 4 bolts are in there nicely. So now what we can do is put this little cable here underneath that. See, there's a little lock thing there. Put that and screw that up on, and we'll screw the earth back onto. Right, I've connected that up and tightened that up. I've connected that one there and tightened that up. Remember to put a spanner over that so you don't twist it as you're tightening that up. Now we need to put that. I'll put that connector on there. That's the black one. And now I've got a blue cable somewhere. Yep, I've got this blue cable which goes on there, on there, and then the other end of the blue cable goes on the bottom here onto this heater element there. Okay, so heater element's got a blue, brown there. So brown, blue, blue, black, and then blue down the bottom there. Okay, so that looks like, and I'll bend that back down again. There we are, it's out of the way. Right, I think we're ready to test it out. Okay, machine's back on. Leave that, switch that on. Once it's getting warm. So once the Thermoblock's warm, the light will go off and we can test. The best way to test that is with the steamer here. Check that works. Lights off. We bring that out. Put a cup underneath it and we'll turn it on. Now this of course didn't work before because no water would come through. Yeah, now it's coming already. Oh, look at that, lovely. That's the steam, that's working brilliantly. Okay. Turn that off, flip that back. We'll just do a quick run around here. There won't be any pressure, but we'll just do a test. Yeah, there we are. And we've got boiling hot water coming out. Brilliantly. Brilliant. So we have fixed this machine. The Thermoblock is unblocked, back in and all working. So now what we're going to do is put the top back on, screw that all back on, put some beans in and make a coffee. So hope this video has been helpful. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you've got any comments, send me a comment. And just remember the most important bit, you can do it.